All right, everyone, thanks for tuning back into another video. Today we're going to show you the OGERY F11 camping fan that they call it. It's ultra high velocity, ultra quiet. I think as low as 30 decibels. We'll test that. This unit is a self-contained unit, so it's 20,000 milliamp rechargeable battery. So basically, you know, power pack. You can also get this unit online. It says in 30,000 milliamps for about $30 more. So, you know, you have some options there. It supports fast charging, which is great, up to 20 watts. And that takes place right here on a USB-C in and out. And then it has a USB-A that's out only. It also comes with a remote. This remote is good for up to 16 feet. So you can utilize it you know, without having to actually get up and touch the fan or anything like that. You know, if you're laying in bed or whatever and you want to set something up. So we'll pull the little battery chingadera that allows it to work, and we'll get ready to show you that when it's time. So it has 120 degree oscillating, so it'll turn left and right here. It's also programmable. When you turn on the oscillation, you can have it do, you know, down to 30 degrees up to 120 degrees. And you can set that here. We'll go through that and we'll show those to you. It has a built-in light. The light has three modes, a low, a medium, and a high. This is the amount of light that this broadcasts. It's probably 5 feet from me right here, and that's on low. So, you know, more than enough to function if you had to use it, you know, to do some simple tasks. You know, you're obviously not going to be doing much reading there, but we'll put it on medium here for you, and then on high. And high actually provides quite a bit. I could actually read stuff here if I had to. So now on low, this thing is supposed to run for just, you know, 100 and some hours. Which is perfect if you're going to use it, for example, in an emergency situation. You've got a power outage or whatever. It's kind of nice to know that this thing will run and give you light in a room, you know, for up to, was that 4 days, you know, close to, maybe even longer. I haven't tested that part. I did test the actual run time of the fan itself, because they did say that the fan will run on low, fan only, for 60 hours. I never got 60 hours out of it. I got in the 50s, which, you know, isn't too bad. I mean, I guess all things being equal, and environmentals and everything else. And that worked out pretty well. And then on high, I think I ended up getting, I want to say it was like 11 hours, 9 or 11 hours, full blast, which is still good. I mean, you could run it on a high all night long and have it blowing on you in your tent or a camper, or, you know, your bedroom for that matter. And you just have to obviously recharge it in the morning. When you turn the oscillation on along with the high, medium, and low, the battery is affected. And so I didn't write those numbers down for you, but I know I couldn't get 24 hours when I had it running on low with oscillating going at 120 degrees. It was under 24 hours. It does come with a USB-C charging cable, USB-C on both ends. Instruction booklet, just kind of taking you through it. On the back here, it tells you your charging input and output stats for you know, the different types of plugs that you can use, and, you know, the wall socket that the USB-C connects to. The fan actually oscillates like this and like this significantly. I mean, it goes a long way. It's almost 360. And that'll be significant for the next couple of features, which is you can hang it by the handle here, and it just remains straight and steady. So if you want to put that in, you know, some kind of a room where you're just going to get some, you know, air out of it, it'd be fine just like that. Or you flip it upside down, and it has a hidden hook. And now you can take this hidden hook, connect it to, let's see if we can find something that won't pull off there. Okay, so we can connect it there like that. And then now we can turn the fan any of the directions that we need it to go. We can also point it down So like if you hung this from the hook at the top of a tent, and you could have that air just blowing straight down on you. Nice little feature, I think, for a fan of this caliber. Then right here we can put it into night mode, and this actually kills all the lights so that it's not going to disturb you while you're trying to sleep. We'll turn the lights back on again. We've already gone through our light function, which is here, all 3 settings. On this side over here is where you can turn your oscillation 30, 60, 90, and 120 will give you the full swing from edge to edge. All right, so with it on, here's our battery indicator. Shows us how much battery we have left. And then here is the level that the fan is blowing at. Right now it's at 25%. We'll just give this a little twist here. It jumps up to 50%. A little bit more, 75%. And 100%. And it blows pretty good. It says you're supposed to be able to feel it from maybe 18 feet across the room. I don't know about all that, but we'll test a few things here. So the remote has all the same features that are on the front panel of that. Here's your light. 1, 2, 3. Then you have to go back down, turn it back off. Here's your fan on. Faster, faster, faster. And now it's at 100%. And then you have your timer here, your oscillation here, and your night mode where we can kill all the lights. All right, so on high, it says it blows at like 5.7 meters per second. You know, if you live in a metric speaking world, that makes perfect sense. If you're here in America where we don't speak metric that much, let's see what it does on high. Roughly blowing around 11 to 12 miles per hour on high. On low, maybe 7. Yeah, 7 miles per hour on low. So not too shabby. That'll get the job done. All right, so on high, we'll see what the decibels are. So right here, with me standard talking, is usually in the 60s. So if I test 1, 2, 3, test 1, 2, 3, and I'm 1.5 feet away, we'll go right next to the fan. On high, 60 decibels. Let's go ahead and crank it down to low. I'm getting 43 decibels. So a little higher than their 30 decibel level. I'm not sure what that entailed for them to get the 30 decibels, but I'm not getting it here. I'm getting 42 and 60, which is still, 42 is just not a whisper, but you know, it's about this loud right there if you were talking like that. So it is kind of a whisper. So not too bad. You could sleep through that noise. Most people, I think, who run fans when they sleep want them to make all the noise they can make because you use them for white noise as long in the air. So we'll just get this thing flipping back and forth because it's actually starting to get a little warm in here. So we'll get a little airflow on us. But I think that's going to be about it on this guy. You know, I'll put a link down in the description for you guys. And, you know, if you want to check them out, they're on sale right now. And, you know, I'm not going to tell you the price because the price fluctuates all the time with some of this stuff. So, and there it is doing this little 30. It takes it a second to reset itself. And so now that's just the 30. And then now it's opening itself up a little bit more to the 60. It'll catch it again on the way back. We'll use the remote. We'll shut it down. All right, so guys, if you like these little review videos on some of these little gadgets, consider liking, subscribing, you know, sharing, notifying, doing all those things. It really does help the channel. It's helped us grow quite a bit. So I will have a link for you down in the description. Probably not a discount code on this thing, just because you know, there's not a lot of wiggle room there, but if there is, it'll be a bonus for you if you want to check one out. So like I said, I've used it, and I've used it for multiple days. I have not used it yet in the camper, but I will. It's summertime. So there's a little fan that I have in there that may or may not do the job. So we'll have this one in there every time we go, just in case. You know, another nice application is just sitting somewhere, sitting in your chair, putting this on a little table next to you, especially like if you're camping or whatever, and the bugs are driving you nuts. At least having that full blast of air, I know from past experience, it kind of tames those bugs down a little bit. You know, it doesn't stop them, but it does tame them down, especially if they're small. The smaller they are, the more they're affected by that. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate you tuning in time and time again, and we'll catch you guys on the next video.